No Harry Potter movie is
And
good.
you're like, give me the Snyder Cut.
Okay, so
Oh,
I'm just
sorry.
playing the intro
Just
right
walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry. Gotta put this here.
Universal needs to sue Sony.
Hey, I'm an idiot. I was fired from Fox. Let me go.
I'd like actually to see Venom just crush Spider-Man.
I've just realized you can't hear me. Yeah,
Oh, there we
my
go.
mic was muted by accident.
Can they see our
Yes.
faces?
I think it's your exhausted face.
They can see the whole lot of gang
Yeah.
stuff.
So, okay, this headphone thing is gonna bug me. Give me a sec. Just talk a little bit while I fix this.
What's going on, everybody? We're back. It's another podcast. We got several things to talk about from what came up at Comic-Con, Marvel,
It's all Comic-Con.
John Wick. It's all Comic-Con stuff today. I'm back from Texas and South Carolina, so I'm going to try and be here more before I go again. We got quite a few things to talk about. Marvel just announced some new
Talk about the
projects that are
first
coming
thing.
out. We're going to go into depth.
The thing you want to talk about.
We got the new John Wick sneak peek, 1 minute that came out yesterday, which broke the internet. So I'll start off with.
Okay, there, I fixed it, so I don't have to hear myself anymore, because that was bugging me so much.
I'll get it kicked off with the John Wick promo. So yesterday there was the first ever promo and little peek of first footage of John Wick Chapter 4. I gotta say, I know it was only a minute of footage and stuff like that, but I can already foretell this is gonna be a much bloodier and more. There's gonna be a lot more kills. John Wick's gonna go on bigger kill streaks this time, and it's gonna be absolutely easily. I can already tell it's gonna be the best movie of next year. Obviously, there's gonna be returning characters like Ian McShane as Winston. Lance Reddick as Sharon, the hotel receptionist. I hope Halle Berry comes back. I hope H.K. Dillon comes back as well. Lawrence Fishburne as the Bowery King is back, which is awesome. And we got some new characters. We got Donnie Yen coming in and Bill Skarsgård as the villain. Scott Adkins, who, if you've seen his films, you know that guy's insane when it comes to martial arts. So if him and Keanu Reeves go toe-to-toe with each other in John Wick 4, it's going to be crazy. But yeah, this new little sneak peek actually gave the viewer a good feel of how John Wick's going to be. And what I got from that is there's going to be a lot of fighting. There's going to be a lot of blood. There's going to be a lot of death. John Wick's going to go absolutely insane. He's going to throw a lot of axes at people's head because, you saw in that nightclub where he threw an axe at a guy's head. Like, there's going to be a lot of that for sure.
It's going to be a lot of craziness,
And I'm excited.
basically.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new characters. I think Bill Skarsgård's villain is going to be good. I'm excited for the return of everyone. Ian McShane, Lance Reddick, Keanu. All those three guys are what make the John Wick and Lawrence Fishburne. All three of those men make John Wick, the franchise, what it is today. And I got to be quite honest. When I saw the first John Wick film, I was not expecting it was going to be this big of a franchise. Now you got a fourth movie. After the third movie made over $300 million in the box office, and this one's going to make a lot more. So it's really expanding a lot and coming a long way.
Yes, I agree. I have nothing more to add because unlike you, John Wick is just like a thing for me. I just watch it because I'm not I didn't like the first one that much. Mainly the ending or the 7 endings, but that's very well documented. I like the third one. The second one is fine. It's just good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge action person in general, but like that kind of thing. I don't even know. I like Keanu though, so it's all good. I watched it. The footage, it was good. That's it. That's all I have to say about it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it, so.
March 2023, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, again, I swear to God, I gotta stop pressing the mute button on my microphone. I do it so much by accident. Okay, do you want to talk about Marvel now, or do you want to do a quick DC tangent? I don't know.
Wasn't there Shazam and
But like,
the
do
new
we
Black
care?
Adam from DC?
How much do we care?
Black Adam, no. Shazam, eh.
I didn't watch. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch the Shazam or Black Adam trailers.
Neither did I. So
I've been out
we're on the
all
same
day.
page,
I've
right?
not like I've not watched. I've watched 2 trailers. That's it. I tried to do a Black Panther trailer reaction. Didn't work well because I forgot that I needed headphones and I didn't want to go get them. So, I basically tried to record 3 videos reacting to stuff, but it didn't work. So here we are. So
But yeah, we both saw that new Black Panther Wakanda Forever
speaking
teaser.
of Black Panther, see segues. Okay, now you are the known critic of Black Panther. What did you think of the trailer?
It's not the same.
But is that
And
bad or
the
good?
only reason I'm saying that, it's bad. And the only reason I'm saying that is because there's no Chadwick
He's dead,
Boseman.
so
That's the unfortunate part. I know he's no longer, unfortunately, with us. You know, God bless his soul and his family, but it's really not going to be the
Well,
same.
honestly-
I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be as. Obviously, the MCU is not as bright when he's not in it.
for
So
someone who hated the first movie,
to see
you're just
him-
talking a lot of praise about him. So
because I've watched some of Chadwick's projects like 21 Bridges and Marshall after Black Panther, and I've come to really
although
appreciate
to
him.
be fair,
It's
I'm sorry, I got to give you a little bit of credit here because you don't like, even when you talk about the movie, you have other problems with the movie. You don't have any problems with him.
No, well, it's like Robert Pattinson. Everyone hates him because
I
of
don't.
Twilight, but if you really watch his indie films that he did in Tenet, like, you'll appreciate him. But the thing is, after Black Panther, I watched a lot of Chadwick stuff, like I said, 21 Bridges and Marshall and stuff, and I came to really appreciate him. And just because he's not there, it's not gonna be.
See,
the
I'm
same,
someone who's
you know?
I'm in the purity camp of like make Michael B. Jordan Black Panther somehow, because Michael B. Jordan is a franchise carrying actor, and
Yeah.
I mean I think that's become a conversation of like, you could do it. Either you do it through normal normal Michael B. Jordan, you haven't seen his body, so he's technically alive, or you do a multiverse thing, because somewhere in the multiverse, I guarantee you, Killmonger is Black Panther. You go a little bit more of a vigilante route with him, a little more Batman-esque in a sense, right? Which fits the character. A little bit more of like I'm going to be a little bit more ruthless as Black Panther, and that's it. It doesn't look like they're going to do that, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean that I think. What do you think about that idea of bringing in or making Michael B. Jordan Black Panther somehow?
Well, in the last couple of MCU films regarding the MCU, they said there's an infinite amount of possibilities. So I think it was No Way Home, wasn't it?
I mean, this is the multiverse saga. I swear to God, I better not be muted. I'm not. Right? Okay.
No, was it Doctor Strange that said the multiverse has infinite possibilities?
Yes.
So yeah, if the multiverse has infinite possibilities, they can easily bring in Michael B. Jordan as a.
But would you be okay with him
the
being Black
Batman.
Panther? If they
Yeah.
did a little bit more of a darker route, maybe with like a more vigilante style Black Panther.
Yeah, I think I'll give him a shot.
You like
I'll
Michael B.
give him a
Jordan
chance at
too.
it.
You liked him in Creed. You liked him.
No, Michael B. Jordan's talented, so to see him, given a shot at Black Panther, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I know my brother's very firmly in the camp of make him like Black Panther or else. So yeah, but look, the trailer looks good, and Namor's in the trailer. You saw Namor. You saw Riri Williams. I can't speak. You saw all that stuff. It's cool. I love the tone of the movie. It's just such a good trailer. I'm excited. It put a lot of my fears to bed. And I liked the first movie. I thought it was good. You didn't like the first movie. You thought it was bad. Again, not for reasons outside of Chadwick Boseman, but I have to talk to some people who are Black Panther fans first to know if whether or not. Mainly my brother. I got to ask him what he thinks of the trailer, but because I need to know what people who actually care about the character think. Because I don't have any special attachment to him, and you obviously don't. So, yeah. But I mean, I thought it was a good trailer, and I'm gonna stop like saying words now for the sake of saying words.
Now, just for the audience who doesn't know, do you know when the film's coming out?
November 2020. This year, November, and it's the last film of Phase 4.
The last one, Phase 4.
Yeah. So now the other show that's coming out in August, which is the last show of Phase 4, is She-Hulk. Did you see the trailer?
God.
No.
Yeah, but She-Hulk.
Daredevil's in it though, so how about you go and you stop talking about it because Daredevil is awesome. Speaking of Daredevil, because that's the only reason I want to talk about She-Hulk was just to skip ahead. Did you hear? You saw the news?
What was the new
Daredevil
news?
TV show, Daredevil Born Again, 18 episodes.
They better make it like the Netflix show. I don't want this. Disney better not have their little effect on it.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be. It's gonna be as it was meant to be.
It has to be like the Netflix show. Good. And,
just be excited. Just be excited.
The way it was.
Just be excited.
Is Charlie Cox Daredevil?
And Kingpin's coming back and all that.
Okay. Oh yeah, because he was in Hawkeye not too long ago.
They're all coming back. I'm so excited for that show, man.
Doesn't he have a new suit now?
No, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is he's in the show, and he's in She-Hulk. He's in Echo, and then he's going to be in in his own show, which is going to be awesome. Now, okay, I have a question for you because you're obviously going to watch Daredevil, right? Okay. Yeah. Would you rather it, because it's 18 episodes, would you rather 2 episodes a week or 1 episode a week for 4 months or 2 episodes a week for 2 months?
2 episodes a week for 2 months. Okay.
So this is the idea I kind of started floating around on Twitter that they could do this thing. Instead of doing a 4-month thing, you do 2 episodes and you end up with it being done in 2 months instead of 4. Because what happens is if you let it go too long, you sink because like every other Disney Plus show is going to literally get nobody watching it because Daredevil is just that much of a draw. Like Obi-Wan, right? Obi-Wan completely sunk Miss Marvel's ratings because Obi-Wan is Obi-Wan, right? So I think I think you're going to sink ratings. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it in 2 months instead of 4. Now there isn't any show listed for that time frame, but
Right.
Now, they also announced something else. They announced that...
A movie?
Mm-hmm.
A movie or a show?
They announced a lot of things. We're going to talk about a movie called Captain America 4. Captain America: A New World Order.
The New World Order.
What do you think of the title?
That title was... That title creeps me out, not going to lie.
It makes sense.
It gives me the creeps.
It makes sense.
In what way?
Because you think of the tone of the movie, right? The tone of the movie is going to be very much hey, we can just we're going to basically go full in on this. The world is like a very different place now than it was, during Infinity War, whatever, that time period. And they're going to basically try to do as much it's, I don't know, it just feels like it makes sense. They're just trying to rebuild the world in a sense. It's a new kind of era of Captain America. I don't know. It feels like it makes sense to me. And then, you know what that movie leads directly into?
An Avengers movie.
Thunderbolts movie.
Wait, hold on. Is Chris Evans playing Captain America?
No, he's dead.
Nope.
We know this. Anthony Mackie, Falcon. Come on, man.
Absolutely.
What do you mean, absolutely not?
Anthony Mackie is Captain America. No one does Captain America like Chris Evans.
But Anthony Mackie is Captain America. Like, he literally is Captain America. But he literally is.
As good as Chris Evans. He's not as good as Chris. No one's gonna ever be as good as. Not even Wyatt Russell is gonna be as good as Chris Evans.
Chris Evans isn't that good of an actor.
And he's excellent at Captain America.
Just fine. He's not really though. Like Anthony
No
Mackie's
one-
technically is literally a better actor than Chris Evans. Like just on that level of like acting.
Cap. I'd say that's Cap.
Yes,
but
he is Cap. You're right.
No one is on that level of Chris Evans when it comes to Captain America. So I don't know about this movie. I don't know about this movie.
I'm telling you for a fact that he is a better actor. He is a better actor than Chris Evans, and also he was better. He's just already a better Captain America than Chris Evans because he's boring, and I don't want to like die after watching a movie with him.
He's only had one
I know,
TV
and he's
show.
already-
Chris Evans has had like how many movies did Chris? He had let's see. He had
3 solo movies.
and counting the Avengers one. So he started with the first Avenger, Winter Soldier, Civil War. Then he did the Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, and Endgame. In all 8 of those movies, I might be missing one, but I don't know. In all 8 of those movies, he like literally solidified himself as no one can top me and be Captain
Okay,
America.
so it's very likely a boo sound effect just played while you're saying that. I don't know if it actually worked. We'll find out later.
That's tough.
But we had to do it though. It had to be done because now I have all these sound effects loaded. So like I'm gonna use them.
I'm trying to think. I think he did 8 movies.
Probably.
If I'm not. Yeah, I think it was 8 or 9, but yeah, that's that.
I think that we have a better Captain America now, and we're all the better for it. I'm excited for this movie. It's gonna be awesome. I'm curious to see what they do with the villain though, because like Sharon Carter will probably be somewhat of a villain. Thunderbolts though. Hello,
What is Thunderbolts? Never heard of it.
Thunderbolts is a team of bad guys who are like good guys in a way. Suicide Squad, Marvel.
Anti-heroes?
Yeah, basically. Like it'll be a team of like Baron Zemo and like Ghost and Taskmaster and Abomination and all these characters.
Is Tim Roth Abomination?
The last I heard, he is the Abomination. That is correct.
Okay, if he's in this movie, maybe I'll give it a
You're
chance.
gonna watch it no matter what. Stop lying.
We'll
I'm
see.
gonna make you watch it.
We'll
Doesn't
see how it
matter.
turns out. We'll see how it turns out. Because Tim Roth is sick. Can't even lie. He's actually pretty sick.
Now, they also announced that we were gonna be getting not 1 but 2 Avengers movies in the same year.
It was in the same year?
May and November. We're getting in May of 2025. We are getting Avengers: Kang Conquest, or
Now it's setting up for Kang.
and then in November 2025 we are getting Secret Wars, right? No, Kang Dynasty in
What is
2020
Secret Wars?
is Kang Dynasty is May 2025, and Secret Wars is November 2025. We're getting 2 Avengers movies in the course of 2 years or 1 year. That's insane.
It's like the Matrix in
Except
2003.
Avengers are better.
We'll see
Every
about that.
Avengers movie ever will be better than both Matrix sequels.
What about the first
Okay, that's-
Matrix?
Debatable.
The Matrix 1 is what made science fiction movies today. Without the Matrix today, science fiction movies wouldn't have the same tech.
Debatable.
Especially with the Wachowskis' invention of bullet time.
Technically, you could say Star Wars same thing, but like earlier. So
No, the Matrix is what made sci-fi
No,
movies.
that's Star Wars again. Star Wars happened before that.
It was just a lone invention of bullet time by the Wachowskis,
Do you want
and
to
that's
do all the
it.
things Star Wars invented or no? Because I can.
Like, did they invent bullet time or
No.
revolutionize
They
sci-fi
did actually.
movies?
Star Wars. A New Hope did revolutionize sci-fi movies.
I don't know, man. I'd say the Matrix revolutionized sci-fi movies.
It did, but Star Wars did it first and better and more.
Nah, the Matrix.
Okay, no, we gotta this is. I know this is a tangent, but like you're wrong. You know that, right?
The Matrix is
Gotta
the
do
reason
booze
that
again.
sci-fi movies
We're
exist.
gonna do this one.
What the fuck?
the story, the idea, the special effects, the
Someone might
bullet
have just
time,
screamed,
all that type.
"What the f?"
Scream it at me. Do
I
it.
did the sound effect.
I'll,
I don't know if it worked, but we'll find out.
I'll absorb it, I guess.
Yeah, so if the sound effects are working, then this is probably hilarious. But if they aren't working, then I'll have to fix them for next time. But no, obviously Star Wars revolutionized better. That's not even a debate, really. It was first. It was the first like big time science fiction movie. It revolutionized the way that space movies are filmed. They revolutionized the CGI and the use of that. Like, we don't even need to start on this. Let's talk about
Not all sci-fi movies are based in space.
No, but it did revolutionize the way space is portrayed.
Maybe
Like,
space.
flying ships and all that stuff. Like, you think that the first Death Star, the flying through the Death Star,
I'll give it
the way
maybe.
that was done it revolutionized it.
Maybe space, but not sci-fi movies, because when The Matrix came out in 1999, that was a time where obviously CGI and
Star Wars
special
came
effects
out
technology
first,
wasn't
though.
advanced. Just because it came out first doesn't mean that it had better tech.
Well,
When
no, it
The
didn't.
Matrix
Obviously it
came
had
out,
better tech.
it was 1999. This was obviously an era where special effects technology was absolutely atrocious. But they made it seem like a movie that came out today.
But Star Wars came out in the 70s and is still.
But The Matrix did it better.
But you're okay. You know what? I'm not gonna push this anymore. I'll let you think that. Yeah, I'll let you think
All
that. You're wrong, but okay. Avengers. So, are you excited for these Avengers movies?
Both what's it called, Kang Dynasty and
Yes.
Secret Wars. Yeah, Secret Wars I've actually been looking forward to. But my only issue is I remember with regards to like the previous Marvel movies, they did a really, good job of setting up Thanos as the big evil guy, And my problem with Marvel right now is how they're, they've shown Kang, obviously.
And Kang's gonna be the villain of Ant-Man, but yes.
But they haven't set him up the way that they've set up Thanos,
I need you to calm down a little bit. We've got till 2025, okay?
When they set up Thanos, when was it? Like, they started it in when? Like 2012?
Avengers 2012 was the first setup of Thanos. You went from 2012 to... No, it was before that. It was, it was 2012 to 2022, right?
2019.
But it was less movies. That's the difference. The time was...
Or maybe 18 even.
2019 was and Infinity War, wasn't it? Or was it 18? 18.
No, 19 was
Endgame.
Endgame.
Right.
18 was the
COVID years have just kind of like messed my brain up. You're right. Yeah. So they went from 12 to 9 to 18, right? How many years is that?
Mm-hmm.
That's 10 minus 2 minus 4. That's 8 years, right? Or 6 years.
And throughout those 8
6
years,
right?
Marvel actually took that time to set up Thanos as this absolute menace who's coming to destroy everything. Hence why,
It's 6 years.
I've been having some... Yeah, 6 years. Hence why I've been having some issues with Phase 4 as well. But that's
again,
the thing, before the...
So Loki came out last year. That was the first setup of Kang.
Yeah.
Kang is being set up in Loki. It's going to be set up in Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's going to be set up in probably some other movies after that.
Well, my question is, will Marvel, considering their, somewhat displeasure of others in Phase 4, will they be able to set up Kang at the magnitude that they set up Thanos?
What did Thanos do besides sit in a chair and say, "I'll do it myself"?
Wasn't he in Guardians of the Galaxy? He was in that.
Yeah, for a little bit, but again, he's gonna be in Ant-Man.
Post-credit.
I want you to after Ant-Man 3, we can come back to this discussion. Until Ant-Man 3, I want to hear none of this, because
because the way they set up Thanos.
You understand? 2025 is a long time from now, right?
Yeah, I know, but Marvel needs to step it up and actually,
They've got
set up Kang for the
time.
big bad. Well, they're running out of it. It's 2022.
They've got so much time. They got Loki season 2. They got they've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They got Ant-Man. They got all this time to set him up. We're good.
You know what? You know what's the issue
no
is
issues.
though. Back then, a lot of people watch Marvel. Today, for some reason, I don't have the exact reason why it's happening. Obviously, not a lot of people are watching, the
What
TV
are you
shows.
talking about?
Yeah, back when before Infinity.
What are you
before,
talking
during the
about?
Infinity
Marvel's at
Saga
an
and stuff,
all-time popular level.
Marvel would make billions of dollars in films. They would make insane amounts of money. They'd do
Okay,
that,
I don't know if the
and as a
flight has like
result,
broken your
throughout-
brain a little bit.
no, I'm being legit. No, this is legit stuff. So, before what's it called? Before Infinity War and Endgame, Marvel was insane, making absolutely incredible films, make $1 billion and stuff. And they people watched that and were ready for Thanos. This time, you're seeing Miss Marvel with low ratings. Not a lot of people watching Loki, and Doctor Strange just made only $700 million when it was expected to make more. I'll give credit where it's due. No Way Home did absolutely great, but just for some reason, people ain't watching Marvel or something.
What are you talking about? Like, are you like? Did the flight just like mess with your brain a little bit?
Oh man, I'm legit.
So I'm gonna read you some numbers, okay? And
Okay.
you tell me what you think of this, okay?
Okay.
$526 million. Thor.
For what?
So far.
That's
So
nothing.
far.
That's nothing.
Now you say Marvel makes these. Fantastic movies, right?
Yeah, back before
What's
Endgame.
What's the second highest grossing Marvel movie domestically ever?
What is it? Infinity
Second
War?
highest is Spider-Man: No Way Home.
No Way. Spider-Man: No Way Home is the only exception. Okay, that's the only exception in all this.
What's the eighth highest
Eighth highest?
domestically all time?
No.
Doctor
I don't
Strange in
know.
the Multiverse of Madness.
Eighth highest though. That's not
Domestically,
very
do
good
you tell
for
me it
Marvel.
made more domestically then?
What?
I will read you the Iron Man 3, Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man Far From Home, Guardians 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians 1, Iron Man Thor Ragnarok, Iron Man 2.
Did it make more money overall than all those films? Like, I'm talking about domestic and international.
I will tell you right now.
Probably Iron Man, but no way than Captain America.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness made $954 million. Okay? Now, in comparison to the other Marvel movies, so we'll tell you some similar movies, okay?
Okay.
It made, you understand 900, that's like top tier, right? Like, I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1, let's go there.
The first Marvel movie when it wasn't as popular.
585 million.
That's when Marvel wasn't
Iron Man
at its
3.
top.
Made a billion. Never mind. Thor Ragnarok. That was a good movie, right? People like that one.
Very.
That was a popular one, right? 853. That's less.
Okay, what about, let's say, Captain America Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War?
Okay, sure. Why not? Captain America Civil War made $1 billion. Makes sense. Captain America Winter Soldier made $714 million. Oh yeah, Doctor Strange is still in theaters too, in some theaters.
I always thought it made $1 billion
Nope.
Winter Soldier. The question is,
Go
enjoying
name
it?
some more movies.
No, but my question is, are people enjoying it?
Again.
Because I've actually heard some people with some pretty solid reasoning as to why they aren't enjoying Phase 4.
I have a question for you. Why are they watching it then?
Because they want to watch Marvel.
Okay.
And I guess enjoy, but looks like Phase 4 hasn't been as good.
Don't watch it.
Like I know some
Oh, by
people
the way,
that
Guardians of the
said
Galaxy 1, 773. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, 863. So
okay,
again,
but I'm talking
where are
about
people not how are people not watching? One of the all
they might be watching.
everyone's watching.
Okay,
More people watching now than
don't get it
before.
twisted. But are they enjoying?
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
It does. I think to Marvel it does. It should matter to Marvel that their fans
Why?
are enjoying it, but evidently because that way they'll attract a bigger audience. But
You're making $1 billion
evidently,
a movie.
you
I
see,
don't think you're worried about attracting your audience though.
but evidently, Miss Marvel isn't doing as good
Did
as
I not
people
just
thought.
explain this though? Miss
Or
Marvel isn't doing as
Thor
well as
Love
people
and
thought
Thunder
because
has-
it coincided with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Maybe it's because it's a side character. and
She's not a
maybe,
side
I think
character.
I think if they actually wanted Miss Marvel to succeed, is to introduce her as a side character in like a previous.
She's going to be in the Marvels,
project.
that movie. That will make $1 billion.
But that's the problem. This is my issue with Miss Marvel. She's been a character for like, I think 10 years.
Yeah, around that.
And she's already being introduced, and she has a TV show before the X-Men, before the Fantastic Four, when Marvel could have been smarter and introduced her in a previous film as a side character before giving her own TV show.
She is one of the most popular current characters in Marvel. Do you know that?
Well, how come she had the lowest ratings in Disney Plus for a
She
TV
was
show?
released against Obi-Wan. Nothing can do better.
No, because people just
Do you
don't
understand
know.
how hard it is to be better than Obi-Wan?
On God, I did not know who Miss Marvel was until the TV show. On
Okay,
Jesus.
well, that's you.
And a lot of other people did because evidently Miss
Wait, I have
Marvel
a
didn't have a
question
lot
for
of
Did you know who the
viewership.
Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy were before the movie came out?
I knew who Star
No, you
Lord
didn't.
was.
Don't lie.
I knew who Star Lord was. On God.
Did you know any of the other characters in that movie?
Only Star Lord and Drax. And
I don't
that's
think
it.
you even knew who. Before they announced Guardians of the Galaxy, you knew who Star-Lord and Drax were.
Only those two. That's
You're
it.
lying, but okay. I know you're lying.
On Jesus.
I don't believe you.
On Jesus. Those are the
I
only
don't
two I
believe
knew.
you. Did you know who
Alright.
Did you know who Ant-Man was before the movie?
I've heard of Scott Lang.
No, you didn't. You never heard of Scott Lang. If anything, you heard of Hank Pym. You never heard of Scott Lang. Don't even lie. Before the movie, you did not know who Scott Lang was. You knew who Hank Pym was.
Well, evidently, not a lot of people who know who Miss Marvel is because her show kind of ain't doing well, unfortunately.
Also, the viewership did tick up after Obi-Wan ended. So
Why was it down in
because
the
it was
first
going
place?
against Obi-Wan.
Like I said, my problem with what Marvel just did is they gave Miss Marvel a show before the X-Men and
Oh
Fantastic
my
Four.
God! Fox
And the
owned
X-Men
the
and
Fantastic Four. Otherwise, they would have so many different things. Marvel.
So why couldn't they introduce Miss Marvel as a side character first before giving her own TV show?
Because she's
when
a
no one knew who she was.
extremely popular character.
I don't think she's an extremely popular character if she was made 10 years ago and had pretty bad viewership for her TV show. And I don't think she had too many comic sales. Right?
Don't even start. No, she has insane comic sales.
Like, on Jesus, I had no clue who Miss Marvel was before this show.
Well, you did because I kept ranting about how great she was. Like on a constant basis.
Well, I've also seen some people online saying, like, it's not as good. It's a bit
it's because
silly.
they're racist or adults who think that
I'm
I'm gonna go with them being racist.
I wouldn't
against my.
I wouldn't say racist as a accusation, but I'd say like
Or they just don't understand
not 'cause
that
of-
not everything's made. That's the other thing people don't understand, right? Marvel's doing something here, and I think you kind of notice this too. Marvel is doing something. It's called diversification of genre. Because guess what? Superhero isn't a genre. I know a lot of people forget that sometimes, but it isn't. The movies are all different genres of movie, right? Now, Marvel's not perfect. We're not going to pretend they are. But they're doing something. They're like, hey, we don't need to make everything for this one group of people. Yeah, some movies are darker. Doctor Strange is a darker movie than typical Marvel movies, right? Marvel Zombies will be rated R. It'll be a Marvel show rated R. It'll be animated, sure, but it'll be rated R. You got, Miss Marvel, which is going to be a show that is aimed at younger kids, and specifically, the target audience is younger girls.
Evidently, the younger girls aren't watching it.
They are, but it's just again
Do,
Obi-Wan
do younger
Kenobi.
girls watch Obi-Wan?
Yes,
Last time I
everybody
checked,
watches Obi-Wan Kenobi.
young,
Obi-Wan Kenobi is Obi-Wan.
so yeah, it looks like younger girls aren't watching
But
Miss Marvel.
the target audience for Miss Marvel was different than the target audience, and Obi-Wan is a different it's hard to beat Obi-Wan. Anyone to beat Obi-Wan.
If Miss Marvel was so popular, then how
Oh
come
my
it didn't beat
God.
Obi-Wan?
The ratings.
Or the Terminal List. More people watch the season finale of the Terminal List than Miss Marvel. I
Okay,
believe.
yeah, you go find
I
those
think so.
numbers for me.
Not too
Yeah, you go.
I'm-
Okay,
I'm-
find those
I-
numbers. Find those numbers.
All right.
If you find those numbers, I will agree with you. I guarantee those numbers don't exist because there's no way those are true.
Don't quote me though, but I
You're
believe
wrong,
so.
but okay. No, this is the thing. Yes, you're not gonna love everything Marvel makes. That's just the reality of the situation. Marvel's trying to, because do you know how Marvel stays alive and doesn't die out? By doing a bunch of different things and having very different genres and having movies where people can say, yeah, I'll watch. It's like the comics in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to read every single comic book Marvel ever publishes? No one does that. It's
No.
because that they do is they say, hey, here's a comic that you may like. You like I like there was a time where the only comics I read were like the Miss Marvel comics, the Miles Morales Spider-Man comics, the Champions comics, and then some of the Avengers books, and that was it. That was the list, right? Now I've been reading less comics now than I used to, but that used to be the list, right? And that was just because those are the characters I liked. The only DC comics I basically ever read, except for some of the events, was Batgirl. That was just the way it was. And I obviously still, coming up to events and stuff, I would read around kind of a little bit to the different stories. But you didn't need to. You could just read what you wanted to read, and it was okay. These Marvel movies are the same way. You still, to this day, don't need to watch every single Marvel movie to understand what happens in a specific Marvel movie. Yes, are you benefited by it? Yes, of course you are. But do you benefit by watching WandaVision before Doctor Strange? Absolutely. Do you need to watch WandaVision before Doctor Strange? No, you do not. It's just basically, and it's becoming this thing where yes, there's a lot of Marvel content, right? And they're trying to do so many different things, and some things don't work. Like Marvel does not have every single movie ever being perfect. Some movies aren't great. They've had a few kind of decisions this in phase 4. Black Widow, I think, was a missed opportunity could have been so much better. I'm on record saying that multiple times that Taskmaster was messed up severely, and I think they could have done so much better with that character. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp and Guardians 2 were both also missed opportunities. I think they both were not even close to as good as the first ones. And and obviously again, Thor, there were some issues with it. I enjoyed it personally, but I know that people had some issues. You had some valid issues with it. I know people had valid issues with WandaVision, it being slow at the beginning, right? Like, Marvel isn't perfect. No one's saying they are. What If sucked. It was garbage. I hated it. But, again, things are made for certain people, and some people watch some things, and other people watch other things, and some people don't like some things. But that's just what happens when you have so much more of it. The other part of it, I think, has to be, and I think that has to be taken into account, is it's kind of cool to hate on something that's popular. And I think that kind of has something to do with it as well, because you do see a lot of people who are like, hey, I'm just going to hate on this because it's popular and cool and whatever. So I definitely think that has a lot to do with it, but I don't think the popularity of Marvel is going anywhere. I think that's a untrue statement. I think Marvel is more popular than it's ever been. I think more people even people who didn't initially watch it are getting into it now. I think that you got more people who are like, discovering this because you're reaching different audiences, right? Like Miss Marvel does reach an audience, some of whom have never watched a Marvel thing before, right? Like Miss Marvel is the entryway point for a lot of people. And, the cult, again, I know we laugh at this sometimes, which we really shouldn't, but the cultural impact is a real thing, right? You look at Black Panther and the cultural impact of that, Shang-Chi and the cultural impact of that. Miss Marvel is the same way. Miss Marvel is a show which has cultural impact. I even believe it should have been a movie, not a show, but I understand why they made it a show. And again, I have issues with Miss Marvel. I like with the show. She's one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters. But I did have issues with the way that they did some things in the show. I've made those issues very clear on Twitter. I haven't made any reviews since like the first episode for that show, but I think the powers kind of were a mistake in like the way they did them. I think the villain was a mistake, and I mean I will fully stand by that forever. But again, cultural impact matters, and I think you're going to see him in the Marvels, which, by the way, is going to be a part musical. I don't know if you heard that. The Marvels is going to be a part musical.
Oh, God. That's even worse.
Brie Larson can sing, though, so,
All right. Two things. One, Black Panther was a cultural impact. I agree. Two, Shang-Chi was absolutely not. A movie that makes $432 million in the box office is not a cultural impact. Two,
hold up. We got to correct this record here.
I went based off of previous shows. So when
Wait, can I just before you say that, can I just correct something? So the time that Shang-Chi came out, can I remind you what was going on? What was going on in the world? Can you just remind me quickly? Because there's something.
We were starting university.
No, something global. That's not global. There's something specific. I don't know. It was like this thing. It's like a health crisis thing. I don't know. I don't know if do you remember that? It
COVID. Coronavirus.
Yes, we were in the middle of a global pandemic where everyone was locked down and half the theaters in the world were closed. Mm-hmm.
What about it?
Do you think that does any effect on box office?
Evidently not. I think because like Venom 2 made a lot of money.
When did Venom 2 come out? Sorry, Shang-Chi came out way before Venom 2.
I think it came out a month before. Or sorry, Venom came out only I think a month after Shang-Chi.
And let's just I need to take a we're gonna find some. Yes, it didn't make a ton of money. We know that because it did suck. Also, just so we're clear, if I'm not mistaken, okay, continue with your point. Sorry.
So, back when Reacher came out, which at the time was the #1 show on Prime, it had 1.84 billion minutes of viewership. Then The Terminal List came out. It was ranked as the #1 show on Prime, so it means it got more than 1.84 billion minutes of viewership from audiences.
That's not
true. Not only that, a 95% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
That means nothing.
It actually means a lot.
Review bombing is literally a thing.
No, it's actually a good show.
It can be a good show, but at the same time, you can't compare shows because of their audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know why people enjoy this show?
Why?
Because the critics hated it. It's what I do. When the critics hate something, I love it instantly.
That's a little bit of a false equivalency, though, because you're just saying, well, because the critics hated it, people did like it, but you're trying to make these two things equal each other, which is not true. There's things that people like the critics like, and things that people hate the critics hate.
No, it's equal. The critics said it's anti-woke, so people watched it. I watched it because it's anti-woke. I'm like, sick, finally, an anti-woke show. Let's watch this. The critics said it's like dull. I'm like, it's probably not dull. It's actually really entertaining. Evidently, there's a 95% audience score.
Okay, but again, I'm not disputing anything about the show and the quality of it. All I'm saying is, can we compare it to, I don't know, how you're trying to make a comparison here, right?
I guess.
You're trying to compare it to Miss Marvel. That's what you're trying to do.
Well, evidently it's better received among the audience and more viewed.
But again, you didn't talk about Miss Marvel at all. So
What about her?
what was the viewership comparison?
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the viewership. Miss Marvel earned
7. Oh, let's see. Moon Knight got more viewers. Loki
again.
got
Obi-Wan
more.
is like a factor in this, but whatever.
WandaVision.
Just give me a second just to pull up the thing. I had it open and I don't know. I did.
Yeah, its lead actress is completely unknown. Miss
Well,
Marvel is
yes.
a brand new hero.
Duh.
It's very clearly. The marketing was not great. Wow.
Yeah, the marketing was kind of suspect.
Damn. Okay, this I don't agree with. Just because she's a Pakistani Muslim doesn't mean people didn't watch it. What the hell? It's dumb.
I mean,
It's hella dumb.
I mean,
Like critics of Miss Marvel, they're not racist. No, I don't think any of them are.
you're wrong about that,
They
by
just
the way.
they just
No,
didn't like it.
they're racist.
Just because I didn't enjoy Black Panther, am I
No,
racist?
I'm saying they're legit. I actually made a video where I talked about some critic reviews, and there are legitimately racist people who are talking about this.
So if I hate the Passion of the Christ,
No,
mean
I'm saying
I'm
if
anti-Christian?
your reason for hating it because the way someone looks, then you're racist.
well, that's kind of why I hate the Passion of the Christ. It's because of how they portrayed Jewish people to be on there.
But I mean, okay, if you're if you're talking about why, if you're saying something is bad because I don't like the way that this person looks or their beliefs or the way their beliefs are or like I don't like the fact that they're portraying these beliefs in a show, then yes, that can be argued as racist, Islamophobic, various other combinations of that idea.
Well, let me ask you this: Moon Knight had 1.4 million viewers. Moon Knight was Jewish. You
Again,
saw a
not
yarmulke
saying
on his
everyone who
head.
didn't like it was racist. All I'm saying is there are definitely people who didn't like
So-
it because of the fact that it was a very Muslim-centric show.
Well, Moon Knight wasn't very Jewish centric, and people enjoyed
And some people
it,
did enjoy it.
but it had more viewers. Had a lot more viewers.
But
than Miss
again,
Marvel.
didn't we just come to the conclusion? You literally just said people aren't liking Marvel anymore, and I just pointed out it made a lot more money. You're like, yeah, but people are still watching it.
What made money?
Marvel. You said Marvel is not popular anymore, right?
I didn't say it's not popular. I said it's declining.
Even though there's no evidence to support that whatsoever.
Quality of movies.
But again, quality according to who?
The critics. Sorry, not the critics. Critics don't matter. I don't care about them. Audience.
So, but what's
viewership.
your evidence of that?
Obviously, the critics didn't like Thor. Sorry, not critics. Sorry.
I know you
getting
keep
mixed
talking
up.
about the critics. I don't know what the critics have to do with anything.
Critics don't matter. Their opinions don't matter. The audience don't like it. For example, with Thor, Miss Marvel, I've seen some people make legitimate reasons as to why they don't like Doctor Strange. The only exception is Spider-Man. I've not seen one negative review about it.
I mean, I have.
Well, maybe you have, but I haven't seen one negative review about it. And I agree. I think Spider-Man No Way Home is easily the best movie in Phase 4. But I've seen some legit reasons as to why a lot of people hate like Loki and Hawkeye and Miss Marvel and Thor and stuff like that. Back then, I would barely see a bad review about Marvel movies.
Okay, let me just find this quickly. God damn, why is this so hard? This website's so hard to use. Okay, I'm gonna read you something, okay? I'm gonna read you something.
All right.
I read some audience reviews of movies, and you tell me what you think, okay? Even though
Okay.
this is not what this is supposed to be about. This must be talked about. And these are all audience reviews, okay? So they aren't critic reviews,
Okay.
so you can't say they're critic reviews. They're all
Okay.
audience. So therefore, these must be the definitive reviews of a movie, right? Okay,
Yeah, they are.
cool.
Critics don't matter.
Glad you say that. Worst Marvel movie in the series. Iron Man 2 doesn't compare. Boring, dull, and uninteresting. What movie do you think this is about, by the way?
Okay, that's one.
No,
You said
but
Iron
he's
Man
comparing
2.
it to Iron Man 2. This is Captain America 2, by the way.
I don't know.
Better than the first Captain America movie, but still sucks. I thought Captain America Winter Soldier was going to be better than Captain America First Avenger. I was wrong. This movie is as bad as the first one. Although this movie is
bro.
more interesting than the first one, it still sucks. The only character I wanted to see in this movie was Bruce Barnes. That's not his name. AKA, or is it? I don't know. It might be. And he was seen like 20 minutes out of the whole film. I was disappointed on how this movie turned out to be. It was sucked, and it really did not make a whole lot of sense to me. Adding S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra together was a bad mix. I really did not enjoy this movie, even though it was more interesting than the first Avenger. I know you think I have bad movie taste or whatever, but the fact of the matter is I'm not a Captain America fan, never was and never will be. Because of that, it's hard for me to enjoy these Captain America films.
Well, bro. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. 92%
I enjoy the story
score
here,
on Rotten
but it
Tomatoes.
takes itself too seriously for me to love
This
it.
is this is the amount of people that don't enjoy it. Look at this. This is the amount
Very
of people
good,
who don't like Captain
but
America: The
not
Winter
my type
Soldier.
of movie.
This is audience. If you're watching this, 92% score on by the audience, and this is the amount of people who don't like it. You can see it with my fingers.
All I'm telling you is this. I'm just telling you the facts. The facts are there are people who didn't like it.
The facts are that 92% of the 250,000 plus ratings on Rotten Tomatoes enjoyed it. That's a massive amount of people. Not even Rotten Tomatoes. Not everybody writes movie reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, so imagine how many more people enjoyed it.
But again, you're acting like that's like a rarity. Like,
Yeah, the people hated Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
no, people did hate it though. But my point is, I don't know where you're getting this idea that Marvel's not popular anymore. They continue to make money, and as long as they're making money, they're popular.
But
Who
is the movie
cares?
good?
What's good is subjective. I just
The
made a whole
audience
rant
cares.
video about how critics are stupid because they try to make a movie good or bad, right?
But the audience matters more.
I can like something that you don't like, and you can like something I don't like, right?
I think the audience represents the quality of
So
a
does
film or
every member
TV
of the
show.
audience then
So
write on Rotten Tomatoes?
well, I think if 92%
Of who?
people enjoy
No,
of the viewers
that's not true.
on Rotten Tomatoes enjoy it, I think it's pretty good. I think if 95% of viewers who watch the Terminal List enjoyed it, I think
Okay,
that's
I have a question. I have a
pretty-
question for you then.
Pretty reliable.
If
Okay.
you have a movie, okay, or sorry, restaurant.
Okay.
If you have a restaurant, okay, and someone comes into your restaurant,
Okay.
okay, and they order a meal to eat at your restaurant, whatever, and then they leave, okay. And if they were just
Okay.
like, "Eh, it was fine," what do you think they're gonna do?
What
Just
the
the person
critic
who goes
or
to your
the
restaurant
person?
eats, and they're like, "Eh, it was fine." Person can go home, move on with their life, right?
Oh,
Now, what if someone comes into
Yeah.
a restaurant and they have a terrible experience? The food sucks. The food, like, the food is raw. There's bugs crawling their food. It's a terrible experience. What do you think they're gonna do? What else are
not
they gonna
come
do?
back. Well, depending on how short-tempered or antagonistic the person is, they're going to write a bad review.
Exactly the point.
But doesn't that also happen
Yes,
with good
you're
food?
absolutely right. And that was the point I wish that you just helped me make. The people who are more likely than not to write reviews are the people who love something or the people who hate something. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of work to write reviews. It is a lot of work, I can tell you, I know so many people who have never written a Rotten Tomatoes review who watch Marvel movies.
So 92% liked The Winter Soldier. That's a lot more than the majority. So I'm inclined to believe that Winter Soldier is awesome.
According to who? No, the people
audience,
who wrote the reviews.
The people that matter the That's the audience.
Some of the audience. A portion of the audience.
I only care about the audience. I only care about the audience.
Whole audience.
I don't care about what critics have to say. Their opinion. It's a lot of them. Obviously,
I have a question for you.
If it's 92%...
How do you...
If it's 95%... I'll use a terminalist example again. Or Top Gun Maverick, even. 99% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Evidently, that means everyone enjoyed... Nearly, this is the amount of people that give it a bad review. It means literally everyone enjoyed it. So you're more inclined to go watch that.
But I know people who didn't enjoy Top Gun Maverick. I know multiple people. I know personally who said, I hated it. It was whatever.
99% of people on Rotten Tomatoes.
But again, I know the people who I talked to who didn't like it. They didn't go on Rotten Tomatoes and write anything.
But you know how little they are? It's like this.
You say that, but if you look at the numbers the movie's making, then you're not right.
And the $1 billion in the box office also kind of...
But you just told me that $1 billion doesn't mean they liked it. Because no one likes Marvel, yet Marvel's still making billions of dollars.
It's called word of mouth.
Top Gun Maverick is a word of mouth movie? Are you joking?
It might be. I think it is.
A Tom Cruise movie, which is a sequel to one of the most beloved movies of all time, is a word of mouth movie.
It's the only Tom Cruise movie. It's the only Tom Cruise movie to make $1 billion.
It's the sequel to an all-time great film, and at least
first Tom Cruise movie.
It's the sequel to Top Gun.
Mission Impossible has 6 movies.
None of them are the sequel to Top Gun. Do you not realize that Top Gun is one of the all-time great movies?
Mission Impossible is literally... And Mission Impossible is one of the biggest action franchises in Hollywood.
Top Gun is Top Gun. Mission Impossible almost made $1 billion.
Almost, but it did not make $1 billion.
Still made a lot of money.
It could have almost made it.
And the next two definitely will make $1 billion.
But it didn't make $1 billion, obviously. But they didn't make $1 billion, the last one.
So
we don't know about the next ones. Maybe you can make it.
Did anyone like... But you just told me, you were making the argument that money doesn't matter.
Might matter. Audience score matters.
So if an audience score for a movie... But Marvel, apart from... So, if audience score matters, right? Does that mean that before Captain Marvel came out, everyone hated it? Because it was...
What do you mean?
Before it even came out, it had a 10% audience score. It didn't even come out yet, so people hadn't seen it. And everyone still hated it, right? Before they saw it, they didn't like it?
Yeah. Well, they gave it a chance, obviously.
The reviews came out before the movie came out.
And they gave it a chance by going to see it.
The reviews came out, but this is before Rotten Tomatoes changed their system. The reviews came out before...
Who cares
the
about
audience.
Critics?
The audience had written reviews for it before the movie was even out to watch.
Okay.
Why?
Well, that's a different scenario, okay? Those are trolls. I'm talking about legit people.
Wait, you're telling me trolls aren't the audience? People who like score or Rotten Tomatoes, they're not trolls? Some of them?
I'm talking about people who have seen the entire Marvel. I'm not talking about some troll on the internet.
But how do you differentiate between the two?
By knowing that they actually watch the film and have a comprehensive and in-depth review in comparison to, oh, this movie's bad, don't watch it.
So you have to have a comprehensive opinion on a movie. So that means you have to read each individual
Yeah,
review.
it tells me you saw the film and you know what you're talking about. If
So-
I just go on the internet and see like, oh, this movie bad, don't watch it, in comparison to like someone who goes in depth about something, I'm more inclined to trust the person who goes in depth about the film
Yes.
than some random weirdo on the internet.
Okay. Well, have you ever read a Rotten Tomatoes review, just out of curiosity?
Several.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm part of the audience. I've never written an audience review before in my life.
People who write in the audience reviews are also part of the audience.
And
It's
some
just
of the
regular
people who
people.
aren't part of the audience. But like again, not disagreeing with you in any sense of the word. But I think it's hard to verify.
Okay.
Like, do you want me to go write a review for a movie? I'm gonna write a Morbius review right now. I've
Okay.
never seen Morbius, by the way. Somehow Morbius has a 71% audience score, so we can, you can kind of take that with a grain of salt. I assume. But so wait, is Morbius more popular than like half of Marvel because it has a 71% Rotten Tomato score?
I never exactly said that.
You did. You said audience score is all that matters.
Not exclusively.
Oh, so there's more to it.
I mean, it's not the sole, like, oh, because, this has 99 on, oh, this has 10% on audience, I just think I'll watch it. It shouldn't be the only thing,
So
exactly.
how is Marvel not popular anymore? What metric are you using?
I didn't say it's not popular
You said it's
anymore.
less popular now than it.
I said it's on a decline.
Okay, but what's your evidence? Show me this. You yet to show me the evidence that it's on a decline. First, you said box office. I said it makes money, and you're like, okay, well, that's not everything. It's audience scores. I'm like, Morbius audience score is 71%, and some people who write audience scores haven't seen the movie. So, how do you tell me it's on a decline?
All right, let's see.
Like, what is your standard? How?
The less than positive perception of some of the more recent MCU movies has ironically made people more defensive of them. But if anything, said receptions shows that it should be okay oh my god, I can't read. Let's see. The Daily Beast says that Phase 4 of Marvel has been a total train wreck.
Right, The Daily Beast, written by Tell me who wrote it though.
All right, let's see who wrote this.
By the way, that's a critic.
Nick Shager.
Nick Shager's a critic.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 has been a total train wreck. He's not wrong.
Also, are we gonna really listen to the Daily Beast as our like credible source of news or information?
I mean, I'm not necessarily a truster of the media, but I think he might make a few fair points.
No. I mean, maybe he does. He could very well make a few fair points. Is he now is he the entirety of the audience?
No, he's one of them, and he's a lot of people.
Actually, he's a critic, technically speaking. So, but again, you've not proved to me that there's besides a few individual accounts and some people you heard say it, you've not proved to me there's evidence the MCU is getting worse or getting less popular.
Eternals is my only proof I need.
What? You can't just say a movie name. There's no evidence to prove it's getting worse.
Eternals didn't make a lot. Shang-Chi didn't make a lot. Miss Marvel isn't having as good viewership.
You named a
what
movie in the
else?
middle of a global pandemic, okay?
Didn't Venom 2 make a lot of money in the middle of the pandemic? Didn't the Batman make
The
a lot
Batman
of
came
money
out
in the pandemic?
in 2022.
A DC movie, which is
Batman came
a
lot
lot
the
less
next
popular.
year. Okay, let's calm down a bit.
Well, let's not take it too far, but people are still scared of going to the theater. There's a lot of people that are
But
scared
it's
of it.
different when there's physically theaters are closed in the middle of a pandemic.
Not only that, there's a lot of people that are fearful of going to the theater.
But it's different now than it was then.
How?
Because the world's different. There's less.
No, people are
No,
still
but there was
scared
not
today of going to
restrictions
the
that are
theater.
forcing you to not go. People are still scared. The number is
But people
reduced substantially.
No, people are still not going,
But the majority of people are.
but not at the rate that it once
Yes, they
was.
are. That's why movies are making the money they're making.
Opinion. Yeah.
That's the
For me,
reality of the situation.
for me personally, I might get a little flamed.
I mean, I think you're flamed for a lot of things you said in this, but okay.
I think the biggest reason is I probably shouldn't be
Yeah, you
saying
probably
this
shouldn't
on
say
here,
that on here.
but should I
I
say it?
don't know. Make the right choice.
I think the reason why people like, not myself, but a lot of people ain't been enjoying
I've been loving it.
Marvel.
Most things Marvel's done. I've enjoyed a majority of it. I know a lot of people have enjoyed a lot of it. But okay.
But the reason is, I probably shouldn't be talking about this subject matter on here,
Yeah,
but
then
wokeism.
Nope. We're not going there. Nope.
It's the only reason.
Nope. We're not doing that. Okay.
It's really the reason.
Sure. Yes, some people may not like it because of that, and that is their choice. I don't know when diversity became a bad thing, but whatever. We're gonna move on. But we're gonna move on
it's
from
not a
that.
bad thing. It's just being forced. That's my problem with it.
Opinion, and they can have that opinion if they want. It's the wrong opinion, but whatever. Anyways,
Being forced.
they also announced because we're actually talking about San Diego. They also announced Fantastic Four is happening as the first film of Phase 6. Are we excited for Fantastic Four?
Who is Reed Richard?
We'll find out at D23 probably.
Well, the issue is it's not John Krasinski, so kind of. But Emily Blunt's in it,
No.
I think.
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
Nope.
Never mind. Absolutely not.
They have not announced any of the cast yet. They will at D23.
Okay,
though.
never mind. If it's not Emily
won't
Blunt
be.
as.
They said no. They said not John
Okay.
Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Okay, never mind.
They're gonna do something completely different for the cast.
Oh boy.
They also announced that MODOK's in Ant-Man 3 too, by the way. Yeah.
MODOK? Oh, that big alien guy.
I'm just gonna pretend you didn't say that. Yes, MODOK.
Big alien MODOK guy. The big alien fella.
Oh no. Gotta do the laughing one. Hold on.
Big alien fella, MODOK.
This laugh drop isn't working. God damn it.
Damn. It's tough.
Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, MODOK is in it. Kang's in it.
Ooh, the big alien MODOK.
Yay. This one works. What the fuck? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Ant-Man's will be interesting. I'm excited for that one too. Apparently, Scott Lang's like a jerk now, so that's nice. The Guardians 3 is high evolutionary.
Oh yeah, there's Guardians 3.
And
That's
it's gonna
right.
have High Evolutionary as the main bad guy. High Evolutionary created Rocket, so that'll be interesting.
Mhm. What other projects did they announce?
They announced Blade got a release date.
When's the date?
Like, give me a second just to pull up the chart. I think it's like early in 1 year, at some point in time. November 9th, 2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Loki season 2 is summer of 2023. The Secret Invasion they also talked a lot about. That's spring 2023. That's the second thing in Phase 5 after Ant-Man, Quantumania. Secret Invasion is going to have Kobe Smulders return as Maria Hill. There are a lot of Skrulls becoming people. And yeah, so that'll be a thing.
A lot of announcements they made.
Agatha, a Coven of Chaos is a thing.
No clue
That's
what
an
that is,
Agatha
though,
show
right?
based on a like WandaVision thing. So yeah, that's the thing. And then Thunderbolts is at the end. Did they announce anything else? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. That might be it. Oh no, they announced the animation stuff. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
What oh yeah, didn't they announce the second season for What
Yes.
If?
What If is getting a second season and a third season.
Huh.
They are Marvel Zombies, which will be an R-rated animated show. Is got a season. The I Am Groot shorts.
I Am Groot shorts.
Yeah, just a bunch of like shorts about Groot start coming out soon.
Oh wow. What's the script? I Am Groot.
Yeah, it's gonna like basically it's gonna just be something fun that people can watch.
For the culture.
Exactly. It's for the toys. They're gonna sell so
Yes.
many toys off that.
For the entertainment.
Then, what else did they announce from the animation side? Oh yeah, the Spider-Man show.
Freshman year.
So
Yeah.
it might be a multiversal thing, like another universe thing, where basically Norman Osborn is Spider-Man's mentor. We get a bunch of different looks at Spider-Man suits.
He's usually
Mhm.
is weird because he's the villain in the Spider-Man we know.
Well, we don't know what this is in relation to anything. It doesn't make sense for it to be canon, like not in the same universe. So, and Tom Holland is not returning to voice Spider-Man for this.
What?
Yeah,
Why
I don't
not?
think it's canon, so I don't think they want to confuse people. Like it's not canon within
Oh.
the MCU, like that universe. Charlie Cox will be voicing Daredevil though, because he's nothing better to do
Okay.
probably. And Norman Osborn will be one of
But-
the main characters. Doc Ock will be the main villain.
But wait, isn't Charlie Cox's Daredevil like part of MCU canon ever since Daredevil
Yeah,
from
who
2015?
cares?
I mean, he's getting his own show now again.
They honestly because you can spin it both ways. Like, you can have characters be the same in different universes. Well, also
Yeah.
you could also do it the other way where they're different in different universes. It really is irrelevant. It's just whatever's more convenient for the MCU.
Shouldn't they make the new Daredevil just a continuation of what went on in the end of the last?
It is.
TV
The Daredevil show's a
Because
continuation.
because the last show is obviously based in the MCU, so it would make sense to have it as a
It
continuation.
is.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that last show ended with like a big Daredevil Kingpin fight.
Bullseye.
It hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and again, I don't know for a fact, but I'm just assuming it picks up from there because that's what everything we've seen so far hints toward. They also announced the X-Men X-Men 94, whatever, sequel.
Yeah.
We may be able to get something related to that happening soon. Stay tuned. Watch the interview series.
Stay tuned.
Who knows? Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
If people answer my emails, anything can happen.
That's true.
Is there anything else?
No, we covered John Wick. We covered Marvel.
And we don't care about DC.
DC was nah. Just if it's not the Batman 2,
And
we
they
don't
didn't
care.
announce anything Superman related. So
Exactly. So, yeah.
I think. Did you like Shazam? Yeah.
The first, it was
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Are you excited for? You're not excited for Black Adam, right? You'll watch
No.
it still.
Are you?
No,
Are you excited?
no.
Let's be real. Is anyone excited?
Oh yeah, The Rock's excited.
Just him. Maybe Kevin Hart, because they're like James Harden and Lil Baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ah, that's funny. Wait, laugh track.
Yeah.
Let's go. Laugh track. Oh, it didn't work. God damn. Gotta fix some of these.
Lil Baby. There's a photo of Lil Baby wearing James Harden's Arizona State jersey.
No, I did not know that.
Like the two, like Lil Baby looks up to him like he's his father.
Oh, there we go. Late laugh track. We got it. Yeah, so I think that's all.
Yeah.
It's been an hour 14 minutes. We went on a little bit of a tangent anyways, talking about how I'm right.
Oh yeah, oh wow, it's been a while.
We'll have more stuff coming. Go check out our interview series. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff at CollegeJamal03. Yes.
Under the Banner of Heaven and the Gray Man review are coming soon.
Cool.
Stay tuned.
That's good. And if you want to hear from the cinematographer of some of the episodes of Under the Banner of Heaven, we have an interview with one of the greatest cinematographers ever, and definitely the greatest one we've talked to. Yes, it's the greatest one we've talked to.
I told you this, but listen, guys, the episode of Under the Banner of Heaven with the cinematographer we spoke to, it's the best cinematography out of all episodes in the show. And the guy we talked to is the one who did it, and he has episode 7. Craig Robleski. Be sure to check it out. Give him some love. I showed him some love after episode 5.
It's on the screen right now. If you're watching on YouTube, the little eye popped up with the interview. So, yeah.
Show him some love, all that good stuff.
And check out all the other interviews, and we got a new one coming on Monday at 8 p.m. EST as per normal, and it is with the voice of Gwen from Total Drama Island and Jen from 16. So that's kind of who it is, and so get excited for that. And then
it was a fun interview.
And then
no cap.
I'm one of my favorite personally interviews. I wish you were there for that one. Is next week's, which is with someone who will be revealed to be later. But let me tell you, when I get to complain about the Leafs with someone for a good 20 minutes, it's a good day. And then watch. Obviously, we had Sud Sutherland this week. You weren't there for that one, right?
Nah.
But we talked about a lot of things, including some of what he wants to see with Galactus. Also, we have TikTok now, so follow that.
Yeah, we do.
It hurts me every time I have to upload something on there, but alas, we do what we must.
Yes.
And thank you all for watching. If you're on the podcast app, and share this with your friends. Come on. And we'll have another San Diego recap tomorrow when I'm thinking clearly. I don't know if you'll be there. We'll see. But we will, and we have a guest for that one. And yeah, and we're just gonna kind of do some things. But thank you all for watching. Share, review, whatever, all that stuff. If you're watching a podcast app, thank you, and subscribe. And we're now on everything podcast related, and they're actually going to go up on time now because I got rid of the backlog by uploading everything on the podcast apps last night. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe and check out the interviews and all that stuff. And thank you all for watching, and comment and share. And I'm done talking now.
Comment, subscribe. Put on that notification bell so you will get so you get notified when we upload. See you on the next one.
Also, a new series is starting soon called The Squeeze. I keep promising an announcement of what it is, and I just keep forgetting to do it. I keep getting lazy. So it'll probably just start without an announcement. So stay tuned for that. It starts after San Diego Comic-Con because the concept only works if San Diego isn't a thing. So, yeah. Stay tuned for that.